Hi and welcome everyone, Lisa here for Trinity Stamps. Thanks for joining me for another card video. So today I have a quick Halloween card to share with you. Now I'm going to be using the scallop card panels and banners die set. I'm using the largest scallop panel in that set. And I just ran it through my die cut machine with 100-pound Neenah Avalanche white cardstock. Using the Slimline straight stripe stencil here, along with some purple tape. I also use some painter's tape. Whatever you have on hand, just use that. And I just lined my tape up with the stitching on the die cut panel. It made it so easy to keep it straight. And I want that stitching covered up because I want to leave a little bit of white around that area. I come in with Distress Oxide and black soot and ink this up. And I'm going to carefully remove the tape and the stencil and just set that to the side for the time being. Now I want to come in and mask off what I just stenciled. So I'm just using inexpensive printer paper that I've cut to cover the panel. And I only want to ink up the scalloped edge. So I'm even covering up the stitching with this piece of masking, DIY masking. So I use repositionable tape on the back of that paper to hold it down, and then I just come back in with that Distress Oxide black soot ink and ink the entire panel up. Now once we have this done, we're going to set this aside and start to work on the Martini glasses. So a super quick way to create a one-layer panel, and you could use any ink you have available, any color. It's whatever you need. You can make that to fit your need. So here I'm stamping the Martini glass onto Copic Express It blend cardstock. I'm doing some very simple coloring. We're not even doing any shading on this. We're laying down a YR68 in the bottom part of our glass. And then we came in with Y17 to on the top layer, and what we're doing is creating a candy corn martini. I did come in with a little bit of N0 around the top of the glass and around the some other areas just to add a little bit of color to it so it's just not stark white. On the stem, I thought it would be really fun to come in with my three markers, YR68, Y17, and N0, and color the stem like candy corn. Now I've come in with my Versamarker pen and colored the top of the glass, the beverage part there, and put some white puff embossing powder on it and then heat set it just to give it a little bit of texture on the top of the glass. I did stamp several of the candy corns and I colored those. Those are from the candy jar stamp and die set. I took my card base, ran it through my die cut machine with the same scallop die that I used to create my panel, and then I added the black soot ink around the very edge of the card base to match the panel that I had done, and some liquid adhesive to go ahead and add my panel to the card base. I'm coming in with the Happy Halloween sentiment from the A Sentiment for Almost Everything stamp set, and I'm using my VersaFine Onyx Black ink to stamp that right about midway of my card panel. I did go ahead and temporarily position the glasses where I wanted them, and I just used repositionable tape to hold those in place while I'm doing other things so that I know exactly where I want everything to be. Some very small square foam adhesive pieces to add the candy corn pieces, and then I have some larger foam square adhesives to add the Martini glasses to the card. Now I did grab the Happy Hour stamp set, and I actually used the little bubbles detail stamp that comes with this, along with some Summertime VersaFine Clair ink, just to add some fun little details around the glasses. I love using my stamps any way I possibly can. So when you have tiny little circles or squares or triangles, they're great for adding fun details to your cards. I'm coming in with a shimmer pen and coloring over some of these areas that are just kind of there. They had the N0 on them. and I wanted to give them a little bit more life. So I'm just using my shimmer pen for that, and that's going to wrap us up. Let me know what you think about the card in the comments below. I appreciate you joining me. I hope you'll click the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of new content to the channel. Now, for more information on the products used, head over to the Trinity Stamps website and have an amazing day.